So once again, to those who've just joined in, welcome to the session. So this session is on, as you can see on your screen as well, the future of SEO, answer engine optimization, AEO. Thank you for signing up. Thank you for showing up for this session. I'm sure in this 1 hour, our speaker is going to take you through a lot of content, which is going to help you in optimizing your strategy. Before we get to it, just a couple of things to keep in mind. Of course, if you're comfortable, please switch on your videos. There's nothing like seeing your faces in this session, but only if you're comfortable, of course. Please be on mute when the speaker is delivering the presentation. This is just to make sure there's no disruption in the flow. But of course, please feel free to put in any questions that you might have on the chat box. We'll be taking it up from time to time. And at the end of the presentation also, we'll be able to take a couple of your questions. So just be mindful of that and make sure you're on mute during the session. With that, I would just like to thank you so much, Rashika, for taking out the time, really curating this entire presentation for our audience here today. Rashika Das is the founder of the Urban Chief, and she is going to be taking you all through the session today. So with that, thank you once again, Rashika. Over to you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Akshata. Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining in today for the webinar of the future of SEO, where we're going to talk about voice search and local SEO. I'm going to take us through something called as AEO, which is answer engine optimization. Sounds similar to SEO. That's because it's like the cooler version of SEO. Actually, to be honest, it's like the more evolved version of SEO. But before we get into that, I want to thank Akshata for introducing me here and giving me the opportunity to be able to share my knowledge with everybody today. Okay, so first thing is I want to get started on knowing how many of us have used SEO tactics and how many of us truly understand what SEO is and how to work around it. You'll have a poll in front of you with a yes and a no option. Opt for yes if you understand SEO completely. Opt for no if you've just gotten into it or you have no idea of what SEO is.
I hope you are able to see the poll on your screen.
Yes, I have. I am hoping that everyone else. Oh, perfect. All right. Okay, that's amazing. So I think we have 67% saying yes and 33% saying no. Today, we're going to fix that. Also, if you're in a position where you haven't heard anything in SEO, feel free to connect with me post this session, and I'll be delighted to tell you how to set it up for your brand. I'll also give you a process and a way to identify or understand whether your SEO techniques are helping you grow or not. So, we've always said that SEO is difficult. To be honest, SEO is not difficult, it's very competitive. And this is because of its nature of being sustainable, right? It's the sustainable way to grow. Without SEO, it's like you have to spend money every time you want to acquire a new customer or you want to acquire a new market. And SEO, on the other hand, is not just about building your organic traffic, it also helps you optimize your marketing ad spend. If your SEO and ads are running together, you can optimize your ad spend. That is, you can lessen your ad spend and get more ROI from it. You can even reduce your cost to customer acquisition and many more benefits. Together, it's actually one of the most strongest marketing strategy that you can implement for your brand. And saying that, doing it alone is also equally dangerous. So if you're just doing SEO, you are going to progress, but it's going to be a very slow progression, especially if you're in a competitive market. If you're in a competitive market, eventually it will slow you down to a level where you will not be able to fight with your competition. And if you're just doing paid ads, then we just heard that it's going to be like you pay to get your customers or enter a new market, and you're going to pay premium because you don't have SEO in place. I have spent the last 7 years, guys, on explaining startup or about SEO or how to execute SEO. That's actually my full-time job. Unfortunately, the search engine keeps evolving and keeps making new updates. And that is why I am here today to tell you about a new concept. And this concept is going to stay for at least next decade. And since it's going to stay, it's very essential for startup founders and marketers to understand this concept and execute it. So let's move to our topic, which is the future of SEO, the voice search and local SEO. Now, I almost completely forgot to introduce myself to you. Hi, everyone. I am Rashika Das, and I'm super excited to be here with all of you to tell you a little about me. I'm the co-founder of the Urban Chief, a digital marketing agency where we've been helping businesses grow and thrive since over a decade. I currently serve as the state president of Maharashtra Marketing Council, WICCI, and I also run a talk show on YouTube, which is Jumpstart with Rashika Das, where I have the opportunity to converse with entrepreneurs about their tactics, their experiences, and their journey. I am passionate to make digital marketing simple, fun, and result driven for businesses of all kinds. So, now before we dive into AEO, let's get little familiar with SEO. You've probably heard this before. SEO is basically a set of activities that can help you optimize your website to rank in the search engine. Whether that's on page SEO, that's about like crafting your engaging content, or whether that's technical SEO, ensuring your site loads faster than your Blinkit can deliver your orders. So, SEO, as we all know, has always been the backbone of your digital marketing. But here's the twist. Today, users do not want to search results. They want instant answers. And that is why Alexa, Siri, Google Assistants, all these platforms, I'm so sorry, all these platforms have such a big part to play in our daily lives. With this constant behavior changes, what we just a second. My Alexa has just gotten triggered. I need to make sure that it's shut. Just give me a second. I'll be back. I am so sorry. Just like I was saying that we've gotten in a habit of speaking to our voice assistant, my voice assistant decided to interrupt when we're talking about her. So, Akshata, am I audible? Am I back? Okay, perfect. Yes. So um, we were talking about how SEO has become the backbone, and now in this era, everything is changing because we are moving towards getting instant answers, right? And this customer behavior that keeps changing over time. What do we usually do? We usually tweak our products and services because customer behavior is changing, but it's equally important to tweak how you reach your audience in all these trends that are changing. So, on that note, I am going to take you to understand what is AEO today. Now, before I take you through that, I just want to make a small request. The request is for the next 40 minutes that we have together, I want you to have your creative mind awake and help and stay with me to imagine different scenarios. If we can do that, the next 40 minutes is going to be fun. Okay, so let's start with imagining. Okay, let's say you're looking for the best workflow management tool and you type it in Google. Bam, you get a result. You get results of all the service providers with their ratings and reviews. Correct? Now let's imagine that while you do this, Google decides to not give you listing. It gives you the perfect answer instantly with zero scrolling. That box you see on top on the screen, tells you that this is the best workflow management tool. That box is called the featured snippet. Generally, the AEO, that means the answer that comes in your voice assistant platform, is inspired by this featured snippet. So today what we're going to see is how can you and me as brands reach that featured snippet so that next time whenever somebody is searching for our services using voice assistant, our brand is being showcased. So I feel this is quite cool. Do you agree with me or not? If you don't, then I am going to share some more of my concepts with you to show you that it is actually cool. Okay. Let's first begin with understanding a few numbers and few statistics. Did you know that in 2025, that means this year, 75% searches will be voice or AI driven? This means that brands optimizing for AEO will lead the pack. And yes, it is possible for new brands as well to come and lead the pack despite of whoever has been ranking since years or months till now. How? By implementing few extra steps along with your SEO. Now, what are those steps? Let me take you through it. What you see on my screen right now are the best practices for being answer engine optimized. You can feel free to take a screenshot of it or keep a note of everything that we discussed right now. The first step that you see is create content that directly answers question. All right. So what you have to do is you have to identify common user questions. You can use tools like people also ask section in the Google search results. You can use answer the public, or best you can use your customer FAQs. Once you have those questions, then you start creating blogs around it. You can even optimize your previous blogs headlines, that is H2, H3 tags for these questions. And then just below that question, make sure that you're providing like a concise answer of 40 to 50 words. Then you can flow with whatever extra that you want to share, but always keep the question and answers together. And yes, please ensure that these questions that you're getting your content optimized on are based on what your users are searching. Now, here's another thing that you need to keep in mind when you answer, right? Those answers that you provide right below those questions, those need to be simple, clear, and accurate, because voice searches and featured snippet are big fans of clarity. If they have the clarity of what this content is and what it says, it gives you a higher chance of being ranked on the featured snippet or being as the preferred answer by the voice assistant. I'll give you a tip here. Every page that you create on your site, right, it has a readability score. Keep an eye for that. Since years, many of us have been ignoring that score. But it's very important now that you keep an eye for that score, because if you have that score well in touch, like if it is a good score, then you're one step closer to being AEO optimized. Coming to the next thing, that is leverage structured data, also called as schema markup. Now, what is schema markup? Schema markup is basically a tag that you give to your content just for the spiders, the Google spider or the crawlers, to understand what content this is. Is it an FAQ content? Is it like an article? Is it like a how to do DIY type of a content? Is it like a product page, local business? So there are around 700 such schema markups. Imagine the kind of possibilities that you can tell the spider about your content. So whatever type of content you have to ensure that a schema markup is tagged along with it so that the spider understands that and knows where exactly to showcase your content. To ensure that you can deal with schema markup, there is a tool called Google Structured Data Markup Helper. You can use that tool to get up to add schema markups to your content. Let's come to this third part. The third thing is to keep your content updated and relevant. Since over years, Google has always been telling us that your content on your site has to be revised, has to be refreshed. It has to be as per new trends. All the pages that you have, they cannot be isolated. They cannot be not updated. They need to have new information. They need to have new content. This way, Google understands that we, as a brand, are helping our audience to be updated with the knowledge that we can provide. And this also gives a clarity that we are here for value-based proposition for our audience. And that is why it's so important. In fact, Google tries to enforce this on us. If you know that Google keeps coming up with updates, and if at all you get hit by that update, it also gives you like a list of questions with which you can reform your content and keep it more updated. Now, one of the examples that I'd like to share to show you that this impacts is if you know of course, we all know about it. It's Wikipedia, right? Wikipedia constantly updates its pages, maintaining its position as one of the most frequently referred sources in the featured snippet. And that is only because they keep updating their content. Now, the next that we have in line is optimize for featured snippet and zero-click searches. Of course, all these things that we are doing is to help us be in the featured snippet. But there's this activity that will ensure that directly you're being in there in the featured snippet, or it's like a pointer, extra pointer that you get to be in the featured snippet. How do you do that? Basically, you have to ensure that a part of your content, whether that's a web page or your blog or any content that you write, a part of that content has this any of these formats in it. Either you can have a list in that content, or you can have a table format content in that particular page, or you can have like a stepwise instruction content in that page. Now, these formats are called snippet friendly formats. So if you have these formats, it becomes easier for your content to reach the featured snippet. It's like conditioning your content to be adjusted as per SEO. Oh, sorry, AEO. It's just like how employees adjust to their boss so that we are on the top of their heads, at least when they're thinking about appraisals. That's exactly how you have to adjust your content as well so that it comes up in your AEO. Next is focus on conversational keywords. This is important and also fun. Okay, let's say that you have a keyword. Now, this keyword, in order to be AEO optimized, you have to transform that keyword, or you have to convert that keyword into natural long tail keyword that mimics what your users would say while searching for your services. If I have to give you an example, let's say we take up a keyword. Let's take up a co-working spaces as keywords. Okay. So your long tail keyword becomes best co-working spaces. And the same keyword, if I have to make it in a conversational keyword, it becomes which is the best co-working space in Mumbai, or best co-working space in Mumbai. Try to craft your main keyword into something like this, something as conversational as this, and then you try to use those keyword in your content. Moving to the sixth point. Sixth point here is optimizing for mobile and search, voice searches. So we have to ensure the website is mobile friendly, uh, loads faster and easy to navigate. Since 2019, Google has been telling us to be mobile first website. And now it's finally time that if you haven't, you have to focus there, because everything that we do today is mobile based. So high time that we get on into that zone. Coming to the next one, that is build authority with high quality backlinks. Uh, now, we have done so much effort of pulling those question tags, making sure that we have quality content in that question. But in order to enhance this, I would request you to go ahead and build high quality backlinks for it, even though it is tedious, even though people have told me it's very boring, but trust me, it is one of the best way for your content to be out into those, in front of those people that you've never been able to touch and are very relevant to your business. It is also one of the best way to get good organic traffic to your site. So reach out to your industry influencers or collaborate with trusted websites for backlinks. It actually opens up a gate of a lot of opportunities. So do not, however tedious it might feel, don't skip out on this step. Next is use multimedia content to enrich your answers. So always have like different type of content for a particular topic. Now you deal as a business, you deal with a lot of audience, right? And everyone is not same. Some people like to consume their content in a different format. Somebody have some other interests. So you have to ensure that you are able to speak to your audience in the format that they want to see. Let's say, like if there's a topic that I like to consume in form of blog. I read it. But maybe Akshita doesn't like to consume it in form of blog. She likes it in form of video, the same topic. But if I just have blogs, then I'm going to lose out on audience like Akshita. So always trying and understand what are the uh, what are the formats that your audience like, and then go ahead and create it. In our language, in marketers language, this is called content repurposing. So go ahead, find out what are the different formats and create that. You can also do that for any of your existing topics, any topic that you think is doing very well among the audience, or you think there's a trend that is coming up. Have that content and have different formats of that content out. Then comes the next point, that is enhancing user experience. It's very important and also very easy. So make your content on your site scannable. Have like short paragraphs, headings, and bulletin points. All this will help you improve your page speed and enhance engagement. So, one of the best sites that we all know of that is very well optimized is Amazon. Amazon optimizes its product page with clear, concise description and FAQs. If you see it, it aligns its FAQs and reviews as per user query, and this is what helps them be visible in front of audience for most of the searches that they do. Right after this session, go back onto Amazon. I know we've all seen Amazon for a plenty of time, but consciously look at it. See how they've bifurcated their section, the flow of content, how easy it is to grasp information. That is the kind of user experience that we want on our site. So, saying this, these steps that we've discussed, I would also like to tell you that AEO for B2B is slightly different from AEO for B2C. So, if I have to recommend strategy for B2B, I would rather tell you to go for creating resources like white papers, FAQs, targeting your decision makers, and your queries have to be more on the form of conversation. That is best CRM software for startups. So this is like a conversation keyword that I would suggest you to do. But whereas for B2C, I would suggest them to go for a question-based keyword, like how to style a leather jacket. So this is majorly the two difference that I would suggest for B2B startups, strategy, and B2C strategy. Now, now we come to the one of the most commonly asked question when I speak about AEO. That is, what is the difference between AEO and SEO? See, if you look at it in form of its aim, your aim is same for both. It's to increase visibility of your brand in front of relevant audience. Now, how it does that is okay. If you remember the steps that we just saw, this activities that we saw, it's very similar to what we do in SEO. In SEO also, you write high good quality content, you have to get backlinks, you have to ensure your mobile optimized, you have to ensure your UX UI is good. So how is AEO then different from SEO? The difference is that SEO works with broad tail keywords or long tail keywords, whereas AEO works on conversational keyword. Now, why does AEO take conversational keyword is what we will see in a couple of more minutes coming ahead. But for now, just understand that SEO is for broad tail keyword and long tail keyword. AEO is for conversational keyword. Now, SEO helps you dominate your brand in the search engines. So you can rank high in the search engine. AEO, on the other hand, it helps you become the preferred answer for all the voice assistant platform. Now, AEO and SEO play on the same playground, right? They all are playing in the same playground of search engine and your website and your technical SEO and all of that. And that is why one additional benefit that you get in AEO is that you are not just being the preferred answer for Google assistants, voice assistants, but you are also going to be ranked for all the question-based or conversational keywords on search engines. Now, there's another difference that will help you understand how is SEO different from AEO. Is SEO targets people throughout the customer journey, that is in the awareness stage, consideration stage, or decision stage. Whereas AEO for B2C focuses on for decision stage people, and for B2B, it's decision and consideration. Let me explain this to you. Why decision stage people for B2C? So when somebody comes from the B2C background, if somebody is asking and they want to buy something, if they ask the assistant, Google Assistant or Siri or Alexa on for like a recommendation, they are bound to buy it at that very minute because you take like quicker decision when it comes to B2C most of the times. But when it comes to B2B, AEO will influence an answer to you. It will tell you which is the best workflow tool, and it will tell you that yes, you should check this out, but you will always go back to verify to check what is the pricing, various other factors, and then you go ahead and take the decision. Uh, so with B2B, it's never going to be like a quick action that you take with AEO, but it will always influence your mind for you to go back to checking those tools. And if that tool is doing very well in its SEO with its website content and everything else, then that customer is yours. So, moving ahead from understanding the difference between AEO and SEO, let me tell you, I mean, I've put down a few companies here that have started implementing AEO along with their SEO. In fact, there are a lot of companies today that that add AEO to their SEO strategy. One that I would like to speak about is HubSpot. Now, HubSpot has a comprehensive SEO strategy. It includes keyword rich content. Now, let's say, for example, if they've taken a keyword as inbound marketing, what they will do is they will create blog post on it. They'll create high quality backlinks for that content to ensure that they are ranking highly for that particular keyword. Now, that same thing, if they want to do for AEO, they will turn it into a conversational keyword, something like how to start inbound marketing, and then have like clear, concise answers showing up in the featured snippet. So that's how they have had the AEO. And for that keyword, they also integrated, they had the SEO, and for that keyword, they also integrated their AEO. Feel free to take a screenshot of the slide that you see up. It has the example of Moz and Semrush. You can go ahead and check them out and see how they are implementing the same as well. Now, moving further, okay. Now, my future forward founders and super creative marketers, you know how they say future is always arriving a day late and a dollar short. When it comes to SEO, the future is already knocking on our doors. Entrance of which we've already seen by crossing and understanding the path of AEO. But now there are two important doors that we need to knock on or enter, that is local SEO and voice search. This is where things get interesting actually. AEO thrives on local SEO and voice search. Why? Because today's searches are increasingly conversational. Think about how people talk to Siri or Alexa for recommendation. They're more specific, they're more localized. And that is why when we try to implement AEO strategy, we focus on conversational keywords. To get a little deeper into this, let's try and understand voice search first. Now, do you remember those days when we would meticulously type down all the keywords, carefully think about what could be the search query that our users could put? Yeah, those days have vanished. They're numbered now. They've gone. Now you need to say hello to the era of voice search. Voice search is revolutionizing how we interact with the internet. We are now talking to devices instead of typing. So it is more natural, it is more conversational. Think about it. Imagine, we've gone back to imagining now. You're driving, your hands are full. You just want to know the quickest route to the nearest coffee shop. What do? You can take assistant of a voice platform. Let's look at a B2B example. Let's say that you're a database agency company. Your ideal client is a busy CMO who's on a go juggling with a billion things. They might just ask their voice assistant, find me database provider agency that specializes in providing qualified company data. Your agency or your company or your brand needs to be optimized for such type of queries to come up in front of your audience through voice assistant platform. That is why I say it's important, but it's also fun to work around conversational keywords in your content. So now this was just to give you a gist about what voice search is. Let me give you a little idea about what local SEO is. We'll deep dive a little later, but I'll just give you an idea of what local SEO is. Now, local SEO is about making sure that your business shows up in prominent places where or locations where you wish to have your target audience from. So if you're looking for services in a particular location, right? In that particular location, your brand for that service should pop up. Now, um, okay, let me help. Let's just imagine again, okay? Think about it. If you're a SaaS product, a SaaS company or a product company, right? And you want to target a specific location. Local SEO will help you hyper target your marketing effort. You can optimize your online presence and even rank higher for local search results. Let's see an example. Okay, we all know about Zoho, right? Zoho is a platform. If it wants to have like local SEO enabled, and it has, okay, let's say that they have a local SEO enabled. So in that case, what will happen? Um, let's say for local SEO, I want Zoho to also show up in local SEO of places in NYC. So what I will do is I will probably create like a landing page under the website for NYC, or have like content around it. I will also, let's say, have a GMB listing, that is Google My Business listing, which targets NYC. So why do I do this? So that when somebody sitting in NYC searches for best cloud software for business is in NYC or near me, Zoho should show up. And that's how Zoho will be preferred by someone in NYC, despite Zoho not being a NYC company, being an Indian company, is being shown to them staying in that location. So, yeah, so you can use local SEO to if you're wanting to start like a new market or penetrate deeper in the market, then local SEO is something that can help you start and begin in that market, right? That's the power of internet. Okay, let
Rashika, sorry to break your
yes,
flow. There were one or two questions by Anil in the chat box. In
oh,
case you would comments
let
and questions, if you could just have a look. Yes.
okay. If you can share experience on ChatGPT and impact on SEO for many things. Oh, okay. So can I take all these questions by the end, because there will be a lot of answers that you will get eventually as we go through the slides. And if there's any question that does not get answered even despite of me going through all the slides, then we'll pick it up and I'll help you answer all of those.
Sure. Hope that works for you, Anil. Please go ahead, Rashika.
Great, perfect. Um, All right. So let me tell you about this interesting fact now. So we understood what is voice, like we got an idea of what is voice SEO and local SEO. Now let me tell you that these are two separate trends, but they converge together to create a powerful force in your digital marketing strategy. Now hear this out, okay? People are increasingly using voice searches to find local businesses. Now, the intersection of voice searches and local SEO is bridging the gap between the user intent, basically what your users are wanting to search for, and your business solution. So that's how it comes together and creates a magic of getting more customers to your brand. And that is why it's important. Now, let me give you a stats to convince this fact. According to a study, 65% of consumer aged between 25 to 49 use voice enabled devices daily. Now that's a huge chunk of potential audience. This indicates significant trend towards hands-free search behavior. And that is what is basically getting the AEO trend in place. Okay, now I'm going to share a few tactics that can help you get your brand voice search enabled. Um, okay. Now, the first thing that you see here is use conversational keywords. Think like how do I or best tool for. Voice searches queries are more like conversation, which we've been hearing since the last 37 minutes at least. People are asking questions and not just typing keywords. So now you need to optimize the content as for conversational keywords. Then, the second tip that is there is answer questions directly in your content. We've seen that. So create FAQ section, anticipate the question your ideal customers might ask. Actually, don't anticipate. Run it with your customer service team or your sales team or anyone in your team who engages with prospects and clients directly. Ask them to help you frame the questions that they usually have. Those are your user based questions that you want to optimize your content for. Make sure you address those content with clear and concise answer. Tip 3 is optimize for featured snippet. Voice Assistant often pulls answer directly from featured snippet. So our work is to ensure that we are in the featured snippet. And to be in the featured snippet, there are 3 formats that can help. That is a table, either having a table in your content or having a list based like bulletin pointers in your content, or have like a stepwise approach instruction in your content. Because this helps spiders to get like a clarity of content, easy to pick up, and that's why it becomes easy to be on the featured snippet, something that we've already heard in our previous slide. Tip number 4 is to be more mobile optimized. Voice searches happen on the go. So we have to make sure your website is fully mobile friendly and optimized for voice searches. Okay. Use, let's, I'm so sorry. I know that there are a lot of questions coming up, and I encourage all of you to please keep posting your questions. I will pick them all after I finish all these slides, because I generally feel that, I might be able to answer a few questions through the slides, and the ones that I don't, I'll pick it up at the end. Coming back to our tip number 5, use structured data markup. We've seen in the AEO section where schema markups can help Spider understand what is your content, make it more precise for them to understand. Clarity. Clarity is the word. It helps the Spider to get clarity, and hence your content gets the chance of being ranked all the more in the featured snippet. Now, one thing that you would have seen is there's a lot of commonalities between what we saw as AEO strategies and what we're seeing as voice searches. Now, AEO, like we just saw, is an amalgamation of your local SEO and voice SEO. So you will see strategies from voice SEO and local SEO being a part of your AEO strategy. Now, uh, okay, let's do this now. I want all of us to do a small activity with me. Okay. Think about a question that your target audience would ask in order to look for your service. Okay. Now, feel free to either put it down in your chat box and we'll pick it up later, or you can keep a note of it somewhere next to you. After this session, what I want you to do is run that question through CD Alexa or any of the voice platforms and see what answer comes up. If it's giving you any answer other than your brand, if it is giving any other brand as an answer, other company, then that is your competitor that you need to beat in the coming months to be AEO optimized so that you can grab all that audience for yourself. Now, like we discussed, pull down question using people may ask section, answer that public, get it from your colleagues who are directly talking to the prospects, and then start optimizing your content around it. The entire point here is to basically take that question, put it in your content so that whenever somebody else is searching for it, your content is being visible to them. Okay. For example, if I have to do it since I'm a digital marketing company, till now, if I had a blog which talks about benefits of SEO, or I had a part which talks about benefits of SEO, I will turn that into something like what are the benefits of SEO, or how does SEO help businesses? So something like that. You have to turn it into conversational keywords. Okay, I want you to have that question, run it by yourself, and see how you can get yourself a ranking for that phrase, that question. That could be your next aim when it comes to AEO. All right, taking you through local SEO now. Now, let me tell you how local SEO can benefit. Now, local SEO is when I say this, I mean it, and I'm going to show you how. Local SEO is equally important for B2B as it seems to be important for B2C or people that have offices or location-based offices, right? I'll tell you how. Um, First, let's try and understand why local SEO is absolutely crucial for businesses today. To give you a stat, around 46% of all Google searches are for local information. This means that people are now actively searching for businesses near them. If you're optimizing for local search, if you're not optimizing for local searches, then you are going to miss out on a big chunk of potential customer, at least from your preferred locations. Um, okay, let's do another activity here. Let me ask you, if you were to Google your service near me, would your business show up? Correct. Um, so I'm going to tell you that even if you are a SaaS company, even if you're a global company, how can you localize your business? Now, when I say localize your business, I'm not saying that keep it pertaining to a place only. In fact, you can be a part of different places, different locations. Okay, let me take you through it and let me show you how. I'll give you an example also. Uh, let's look at this question. If your audience from any of your preferred location were to Google you, let's say your service near me from that preferred location, or let's say your service in Canada, for example, if Canada is your preferred place, would your business show up then? These are certain questions that I want you to keep in your mind while I take you through the slides further. Now, my point is that if you're not being shown for this, then you're going to be losing out on a lot of audience. Okay, I have had a few interactions in my journey of explaining AEO that, Rashika, I am in Mumbai, or my business is in Mumbai, but I want to sell in US, or I want to sell in London, or I want to sell in the Europe. How do I do that? There are two best strategies that you can implement. That is local SEO and PR. So PR of that local place. Wherever you want to establish your business. Let's say you've acquired the market in India. Now you want to acquire a new market somewhere in the international borders. Go with a local SEO approach. Establish a local SEO in for that preferred location. This will help you get business from that location as well. Okay. Let's Let me tell you this. See, local SEO is important for brands like SaaS or PaaS or any brand that work globally and not just our location specific. Let me give you an example. Okay, let's say there's a SaaS company who has its office in Bangalore and wants to serve everybody. Now, when we say everybody, that means we are going to just be globally available and we are just going to target everywhere, which is generally our first approach to marketing. We do that. But now we want to also have, now that overall, let's say, for example, overall, just minimizing numbers for easier understanding, overall, you have 100 people coming in as audience, correct? But now you want people from specific locations to increase. That's how your ROI is going to increase, right? So if the SaaS company is in Bangalore city, for local SEO and then start showing up for this for keywords like project management software in Bangalore. At the same time, they can also come up for keywords like project management software in Chennai or project management software in Boston. This will help you establish a local presence and attract client from those target markets. So having to capture from different location, you need local SEO. I'll give you one of the examples that I have done in my career. So I was working for a brand called Design Everest. Um, it was a home renovation company which is in the US. Now it is from Mountain View in the US. it was targeting entire US in the initial. Then we decided to have specific local places targeting so that we can start having upsurge of volume from different locations. Now, what we did, so I gained this experience on, gained my hands-on experience with the help of my colleague Nitin, who was who was taking care of this entire local SEO and everything. So what we started doing was we started having landing pages, location-based landing pages. Let's say if you want to open up uh, apart from US, we are also now looking into San Francisco or San Jose. So we would have like a landing page. So design Everest in San Jose, or let's have like this. If you want to have like ADU, like a service in San Jose, so then you would have like a service page, ADU in San Jose, or home renovation in San Jose. So different services in that particular location, those kind of landing page we would create. Then we would create GMB listing. That is your Google My Business. So we would have an address from San Jose. We would invest to get an address. And then we would create a GMB listing also. So whenever someone in San Jose tries to search for home renovation near me, quickly Design Everest would pop up. And the amount of volume that we started seeing from every location that we had created was amazing. We had created a sustainable machine over there. In fact, so this also allows you. So let's say that there are 10 cities, 10 states in a particular location that you want to target. But out of that, there are three places that can give you an amazing result. So don't target all the other seven places, but at least target those three places for local SEO. Get your local establishment in those places. While your overall marketing is anyway running, your local SEO will give you an additional pull of customers from those local areas. Now, how we did that is what I'm going to show you in this slide. These are the actionable steps for local SEO. Very first thing, opt whatever location that you want to specifically target, right? Now you want to, after having like a widespread geographical area of target audience coming in, let's say now I want to specifically target a particular area. Let's say I want to target Bangalore for a particular service, what or any other international location, let's say, or let's say London that you want to create your that you want your audience to come in from. Then optimize your have a Google My Business profile then. Your Google My Business profile is like a cornerstone for your local SEO strategy. Make sure your GMB listing is complete, accurate, and up to date with the information of that local area. Have high quality photos, have reviews from customers, because that is what will help your GMB listing pop up. And when somebody searches for your service in that location, your service will pop up. Create Second thing is to create local landing pages. This is a fun activity actually. So you can create different landing pages as per location. So you would also agree with me, different location people have different customer behavior, consumer behavior, the way they talk. Now you can actually target the way they talk and their behavior pattern in your landing page. You don't have to have like a common way of talking to your audience. You can actually personalize your way of talking to your audience through these local landing pages. Then build local backlinks. So we've understood that backlinks are important in the previous slides. Now you can use local backlinks for your local landing pages. Get listed in local directories and online citation. This will give you an immense visibility from that location. So you can get in touch with local news sites or community websites and other reputable sources of that local area. And that will give you amazing local backlinks. That means you are going to be in front of your that local audience at a higher level. Use location specific keywords. Now, obviously, because it's location based, we have to ensure that location specific keywords, like we won't just be optimizing that page for, let's say, IT consulting. We will optimize that page for IT consulting in Delhi, or software development company in Mumbai, or software development company in San Jose, however, whichever location that you're wanting to look. Then it comes about promoting local events. So if at all, if you're hosting or sponsoring any event, if at all, then be sure to promote it in your local page. This will help local people build trust on you. Then focus on mobile optimization. This we've seen, which is very common in SEO, AEO, voice assistants, and everything, that we need to be mobile optimized so that we can get ranked. Then localize paid ads, paid search ads. Now, when we run ads, what we do is we have, well, let's say we have like one of our product or one of our service, and we run it on our targeted locations. Instead of that, I would prefer, or I would recommend, that every month you can have like location specific ads. So let's say if I today decide that, there are top three areas that I can get business from today. Okay. My top three areas as a digital marketing agency, let's say my top three areas is, one is Mumbai, the other one is Delhi, and the other one is Bangalore. Every month I will, anyway, I'm paying, I'm running ads to get customers. Now I will run location specific ads because I also have a local web page. I have a GMB listing, which will help me boost my visibility everywhere. So I will run local ads to penetrate deeper and get more consumer, or resonate with consumers better and get them on board. So these are a few things that you can do for your local SEO to be in place. Feel free to take a screenshot of it if you wish to. Um, Meanwhile, I'll just take you to the next part of this presentation. Okay, one important factor when it comes to local SEO that I want to emphasize is to get reviews. Reviews is one of the bestest way that you're going to get locally optimized. There a lot of people say that getting reviews is difficult, but when it comes to getting reviews, try to think something different. Try to have like out of box thoughts. So I have put down like three activities that I have done personally to get reviews. One of which is gamify. It's one of my favorite, and because we don't have time, I'm just going to speak about one of it. That is gamify your feedback process. So what did we do was basically, this was for a B2B company. First, we would raise invoice, and many a times when you have to follow up for invoice, it becomes very boring that you've told them follow up email you've sent to get an invoice. Now, what we did was, with that follow up email for the invoice, we also asked them if they could give us testimonials or reviews in a video format or any other format. And when they would do that, they would attract like a reward, or a reward basically, that would be a sort of discount in their next invoice. This was a little, it might feel that it's very what kind of strategy is this? But trust me, it worked very well, because one, when our clients saw that email, they were happy, not happy, but they were not like, oh, we have to make the payment, or that it's a stressful thing. To reduce that stress and add like a little cheerful way to it, we added this. We also got feedback, plus we also could give like discounts in the next invoice. So they were happy, we were happy, and everything worked out well. Okay, now why I'll tell you this today's session that I've brought here to you is so that I could spread the awareness of the concept. Now, the concept that will help you, this is a concept that will help you stay in front of your audience and stay ahead of your competitors. And so I really hope that I was able to give you a little idea of what voice search and local SEO is. Now, I'll just we'll just quickly take your questions. But before that, let me just tell you that uh, why marketing awareness actually matters for founders, or why do I take the effort to actually come out and speak about these concepts, or why do we as marketers want to talk more about different concepts that are coming in, right? See, as a startup founder, since I've worked for like 10 years with startup founders and all the other crucial members of the startup, I understand that a startup needs to grow fast, and in order to grow fast, you need to put your startup in the fifth year. Typically, a startup is someone that is small, is at an early age, and is designed to grow fast. And in order to grow fast, you need to you need the help of the right marketing to thrive. So I am just here today to tell you that as startup founders, take control of your growth strategy, understand the right marketing strategy for you, and take informed decision. It's not just okay to know about concept, it's important to know whether that strategy is good for you or not. Set Once you understand what is your tone, set the tone of growth, put up the expectations that you have, collaborate with the right partners, and then grow. On that note, I would like to tell you about a YouTube channel that I run. This is where, if you remember, I told you that my passion is to simplify marketing concepts. So this channel is basically on that. I try and simplify marketing concepts for startup founders and marketers so that it becomes easier for you to execute something. You can scan that QR code, you can hop onto my channel and probably see if there's any such concept that can that in marketing right now. Let's do a very quick recap because I think I'm already beyond time. Uh, so very quick recap is one, embrace the conversational searches that we can do. So have like conversational keyword of the main keywords that you have. You already have a main keyword list, turn it into conversational keywords. Prioritize Google My Business for local SEO. All your today, finalize which are the top 3 locations that you want business from. Get your GMB listings for those business and have your landing pages for those business. The power of reviews is amazing. Make sure that you do not let go of reviews, even though you feel that, you know, um, it's going to take a lot of time. People are not going to agree to give me reviews, but please, please, please be very consistent on it. Start your AEO today. Have your schema markups. Try and implement schema markups. Easy things to do, but very effective thing to do. And fifth takeaway, marketing awareness is key for founders. Please stay up to date with all the trends that is happening, or at least know someone who can give you like these information that can be crucial for your brand. uh, I hope that I have been able to tell you about voice SEO and you can get started and be in front of your audience. In case it seems overwhelming and you feel lost, I've created a very easy stepwise guide for you to get started on your AEO local search and voice searches. It is an easy to follow ebook that has broken down everything in the most simplest way. You have a QR code in front of you. You can just scan that and WhatsApp me about the AEO playbook, and I will share this ebook with you. Or you have my number flashed on the screen. You can even WhatsApp me on that number, and I will send the ebook to you, and you can implement it like a pro. Okay, now can we take up the questions? Akshita, do we have the time to take up questions?
Yes, sure. I think we can take maybe 5 minutes if everybody's okay with that.
All right, perfect. Uh, okay. Okay, check your website. Oh, here's how you can check your website. I think Gaurav has shared a link with us that is very crucial. It will help you identify what is the score of your website in form of mobile and in desktop, and you can optimize that. It also tells you how you can optimize those scores. So go ahead. If we don't have the technical ability to do it, pass it on to your developer and ask them to fix it. They'll be able to fix it in not no time, but yeah, they'll be able to fix it in an easier manner. Um, in search, first 5 search results have a chance to click. Visitors come to the site in the hope of conversion of or building relation with you. Only one result comes in. That too in non-clickable link, unless someone is looking for service provider, which is till then AU does main drawing of visitor is my understanding right. Okay. So Anil, let me tell you this way. AEO. Okay, so you have 3 stages of people, right? You have awareness, you have consideration, and you have decision stage. Your AEO is designed. So SEO was to cater to all 3. Your AEO is actually designed only for decision stage people for B2C and consideration and decision stage people for B2B. So it is to basically influence your thought. Now, let's say as a business, if I search on, if I ask Siri or Alexa that which is the best uh, SaaS, which is the best work management tool, it will give me an answer. Let's say it tells Jira is it. Now, when I go to search, because it's business, you're not going to take the call right away. You are obviously going to take steps in researching about it, right? But now that I've been told that it's Jira, my first approach is going to be to go to Jira, figure out if that helps me. And most of the time, because it is being answered, that means it is being used by a lot of people. Uh, and at least it's the brand's responsibility to ensure that I get all my information that I want. If I get converted there, I will never go to a competitor to even search what they're doing, right? So it is only to influence your mind process. That does not mean that it will it will sway off other visitor. It will still create an influence in their mind. Okay. I hope Anil, I have been able to explain it to you. If you have any further question on this, you can ask me. Anil, your next question, which is also quite good, but because we're losing out on time and there are a few others, can I connect with you on a later basis and discuss more about this? Because this is going to take some time for me to give you the entire process of how customer behaviors flows and everything. So I would really like to connect with you later to discuss more about this. What was the strategy for content writing in 2025 to get rank in SERP pages? So, if you remember, in the beginning where we were talking about AEO, all that is actually steps to optimize your content. So while you do your SEO techniques, these are additional things that you can optimize. In case you've missed that slide, just message me on WhatsApp. Uh, Let me take you back to that slide. Hold on. Just message me using this QR code or the number. I'll share that ebook and you'll get an idea of how to optimize your content in 2025 to ensure that you're reaching the featured snippet. Okay. Does AI content affect SEO ranking on website pages? Now, AI content, see, I always say I'm always in the favor of saying that AI shouldn't replace anything. It is like an assistant. So if you are writing an AI content, it's good, but run it by yourself, make certain changes because um, it has a uniformity of giving answers, right? Make that changes, personalize it a little, where it saves. So if, let's say if takes you 4 hours to write a particular content and AI is saving your 3 hours of writing that content, spend that 1 hour and change it and make it a little more personalized. That is what will give you benefit of having AI. Otherwise, you're just going to be in the race of with everybody else because everybody else is also probably trying to do the same thing. Okay. India. Okay. I think there's one technical question which talks about the coding part of it. And I am not a technical person. I'm sorry, I won't be able to answer that. But I can help you with that answer. If we get connected, I'll get you connected with someone from that background that I have with me in my team. And my colleague can help you through this answer. With all the other questions also, uh, I think I've been able to answer a few of them. If there's anything that is not answered and that you have, can we take another couple of 1 or 2 minutes to take those questions? Maybe you can put it down and we can answer it. Akshata, do you think? Okay. Okay. Hitesh, so the number that you see on the screen, you can connect with me on that. Uh, I am also going to share this slide where basically the black QR code that you see, with that you can just like fix, like as per your convenient time, you can just fix it on the calendar and I will be there available on that time to discuss any queries regarding marketing with you on that. On the other hand, you can also see like another QR code which is in red that takes you to my channel to give you any a brief about any of the concepts in marketing. Okay, so how does voice search work for multilingual websites? Um, while you're going to invest in, so this is a trend actually, a multilingual thing, because voice search this tech is global. You need to then, in like coming days after having everything optimized, you need to have like a multilingual this thing. The steps that you're going to do with voice searches, right? That same thing you need to just localize it in your in the preferred language. If you can do that, the same steps, but in the preferred language, then you'll be able to use it for multilingual websites. I think I think that was the last question. Um, I just would like to take like 30 seconds more of your time. If you could tell me that how the session was, if you can just put it in the chat, Rashika, the session was, and it could help me like create like a better, I mean, take your feedback and create like better sessions for in future. With that, I'd like to end today's session and hop off and leave you on a Wednesday to get back to your work. I really hope that I was able to give a little idea of the concept. And thank you for being so patient and joining me today. I've taken a lot of your time. I am aware of that. I'm really sorry, but I really hope that this time was insightful and actionable. To end it, I am Rashika Das, co-founder of The Urban Chief and the president of Maharashtra Marketing Council, WICCI. Super passionate to help businesses like you to grow in the digital age. You can connect with me through the QR code on the screen or the WhatsApp number to talk about any challenges that you face, and I'll be happy to take it up. Over to you, Akshata. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rashika. I think I can see all of the comments coming in where everybody's saying it was informative, insightful, and interesting. So I'm sure they all learned a lot today. And thank you for, answering all of their questions. Thank you to the audience as well for coming forward with all of these questions. I have also put a feedback form. We would request you to fill that in as well, so that we can keep bringing more such sessions to you. It will just take a minute of your time. Thank you. Thank you so much, Rashika. It was a pleasure collaborating. Looking forward to many more of these.
Same here, Akshata. Thank you so much. A
Thank
special
you.
thank you to for 91 Springboard, because
Mhm.
you guys give us this platform, which is amazing. And
Yeah.
I'm always happy to be a part of 91
Thank
Springboard.
you. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you,
Okay.
everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Bye bye.
Bye.